Hello, good afternoon, children. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Now, in today's class, we will discuss what? External respiration. ठीक है? Yesterday we have discussed internal respiration. So I am asking some question regarding the previous class. What do you mean by internal respiration? What is it? Tell me. Then we will proceed to the external respiration. What is internal respiration? How you will define it? Answer please.
Ma'am Aniket.
Huh.
Ma'am, internal respiration is also known as cellular respiration.
Very
Ma'am,
good.
it is generally the breakdown of carbohydrate to produce energy.
Yeah, carbohydrate, not carbon beta. Carbohydrate, glucose.
Yes, carbohydrate
Yeah,
produce energy.
monosaccharide form of carbohydrate, that is glucose. ठीक है? And glucose
Yes, ma'am.
is broken into what constituent? Two molecule of pyruvic acid. ठीक है? And
Yes, ma'am.
two molecule of pyruvic acid, that process is known as glycolysis. याद है?
Yes, ma'am.
Glycolysis is conversion of glucose into two molecule of pyruvic acid. ठीक है? जो कि 3 कार्बन एटम कंपाउंड होता है. और उसके बाद हमने बताया था ना कि कंसिडरेशन लाइज. व्हाट कंसिडरेशन? इफ ऑक्सीजन इज स्टिल प्रेजेंट और नॉट. अगर प्रेजेंट है तो क्या होगा? इट विल गो टू माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया. In mitochondrial matrix, the rest process, that is breaking down, oxidation is happen. ठीक है? And ultimately 36 ATP released. Whereas in glycolysis only two molecule of ATP, because oxygen is not there. Partial oxidation. ठीक है? और उसको क्या कहते हैं? ग्लाइकोलाइसिस. Whereas complete oxidation of food, that is happening in mitochondria, mitochondrial matrix, that is Krebs cycle. Is that all clear? Ankit, I am asking to you, is it all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very nice. Only one student is answering or questioning. Otherwise, rest are all silent. They are only on the listening end. So interact. What problem you have, please try to ask. Because this revision class is going on. It is already discussed in offline class. ठीक है? So in today's class, we are going to discuss about external respiration. That's very important for exam. And 5-mark question is asked from here, and that question is what? Define the mechanism of respiration. ठीक है? So in that question you will give first of all the diagram, level it properly, then write what is happening in mechanism. So just see here, external respiration, and whatever revision is going on, please note it down, and at the top you write revision work. External respiration. Just see, it will be quite clear in diagram only. This is the trachea, lungs, and this trachea when going inside it will get branched. ठीक है, this type of branching. And here last branching is what? Capillaries. Likewise here also in both sides. ठीक है, this is tracheal ring. ठीक है, this is trachea. These are tracheal rings. And one question for MCQ. If you recall, then answer me. Which type of cartilage is present here? Quickly tell me. Ankit, can I expect answer from you? What type of?
No, ma'am.
लिख लो. Hyaline cartilage. It is made up of hyaline. Hyaline. Which type of cartilage? That is hyaline. ठीक है, अब देखो ट्रैकिया जिसको यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट होता है, विंड पाइप just nearby, food pipe is also there, and one partition wall, that is epiglottis. ठीक है, तो ये trachea, और when going to inside lungs immediately gets divided, और फर्स्ट ब्रांच को कहते हैं ब्रोंकस. ठीक है, सेकेंड ब्रांचिंग that is bronchiole, and last is alveoli. Alveoli or air sacs. ठीक है, और ये जो देख रहे हो lungs, it is double layered. And what is the lining called? इसको क्या कहते हैं? प्लूरल मेम्ब्रेन. प्लूरल मेम्ब्रेन. ठीक है, आउटर कवरिंग ऑफ लंग्स इज नोन एज प्लूरल मेम्ब्रेन. और ये जो डबल लेयर देख रहे हो, इनसाइड वन फ्लूइड इज प्रेजेंट. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट फ्लूइड? एनीवन? It is serous fluid. लिख लो. It is serous fluid. And why this fluid is present? It is only present to restrict the friction in between the membrane. क्योंकि every time we are inspiring and expiring, inhalation and exhalation is continuously on all the time. So just to lessen the friction between this pleural membrane. समझ में आ गई बात? Am I clear? Now see what happens. This trachea, air is inhaled. इस एयर को कहते हैं एटमॉस्फेरिक एयर. ठीक है, एंड वी ऑल नो 21% ऑक्सीजन, सबको पता है. सो वॉट एवर ऑक्सीजन वी इनहेल, अकॉर्डिंग टू द पाथ ऑफ डिवीजन, it moves like that. Ultimately it will reach where? In alveoli, air sac. ठीक है, and this air sac or alveoli, it is all surrounded by a bunch of network of blood capillaries. Am I clear? And in this capillary, which blood? Venous blood. सर्कुलेशन में याद होगा हमने पढ़ाया था, that is deoxygenated blood. It means concentration of carbon dioxide is in higher concentration than the oxygen, इसलिए इसको कहते हैं deoxygenate. ठीक है, तो when the inhaled air, atmospheric air, goes or reaches to the alveoli, it is all surrounded by network bunch of blood capillaries where venous blood is flowing, deoxygenated blood. ठीक है, and here this is the part where exchange of gases, diffusion of gases takes place. And diffusion we know, higher from lower concentration area flow. ठीक है, तो this is, और क्या होगा, exchange of gases means whatever amount of oxygen is present in atmospheric air which is inhaled, that is kept in alveoli, and चूंकि इसके सराउंडिंग में क्या है, वेनस ब्लड है ब्लड कैपिलरीज में, सो वेरी इजीली, एंड कैपिलरीज मीन्ड फॉर स्क्वैमस एपिथेलियल टिश्यू जो सिंगल लेयर्ड सेल होता है, तो इजीली द कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड present in capillaries, it will be diffused to alveoli, and that carbon dioxide will be exhaled out. It is the respiration, external respiration. External respiration means respiration happening confined to the system, respiratory system. ठीक है, 3-mark question that is write about the exchange of gases where it takes place. तो क्या लिखोगे, alveoli is the place where exchange of gases takes place, और इसके लिए एक PS डायग्राम दोगे, दिस टाइप. ये क्या है, alveoli है, inhaled air, यहाँ पे 21% ऑक्सीजन, and this is blood capillaries, BC, where venous blood means concentration of carbon dioxide is higher, so this oxygen in higher concentration will diffuse to alveoli, and this capillaries containing higher concentration of carbon dioxide will diffuse to here. This oxygen will go here, and this carbon dioxide will come here, and it will be exhaled out. तो ये क्या है, place of exchange of gases. So if the question is asked for 3 marks, so only you will start writing this part, not this one. Make this TS structure of alveoli with capillaries, and you will define how the inhaled air is reaching up to this extent, and how the carbon dioxide is diffused to the alveoli, whereas oxygen diffused to the blood, and it is running to each and every, it is carried to all parts of our body. So this is the exchange. For 3-mark question may be asked. Is it all clear? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very nice. Then sometimes one question also may be asked. Question लिख लो. Write the factors affecting rate of respiration. Means what are the factors affecting rate of respiration? Only note down the factors, and I will deal one by one, and the important or striking point only you will note down. Factors. ठीक है, first factor age, second altitude, third disease, and fourth metabolism. ठीक है, how the age affecting rate of respiration is very clear. Can you define it? Because with the growing age, of respirations get affected. And this is all correlated with this metabolic rate, because in old age the rate of metabolism is very slow in comparison to the children, kids. ठीक है? So in that condition they have to respire frequently. Why? Just to compensate the rate of respiration. Is that clear? Now altitude, height. देखते हो अगर height पे जाओ तो you start breathing frequently. क्यों? Oxygen concentration becomes lesser as soon as you are going up. So just to compensate the rate of respiration, you respire frequently, inspire frequently. ठीक है? Now disease. Suppose you are having very high fever. देखते हो कि one respires, rate of breathing is very fast. क्यों? उस condition में भी concentration of oxygen gradually lessens. So just to compensate that loss, one breathes frequently. Is it all clear? Will you write?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very nice. So one or two words that is very common and it may be asked for the short notes or define the following terms. First is what? Vital. लिख लो. Vital capacity. Vital capacity means the amount of air inhaled and exhaled out. That is vital capacity. If the question is asked, what do you mean by vital capacity of a lungs? Then what you will write? The volume or amount of air inhaled and exhaled out. तो ये भी, this also depends upon the factor. जो factor हम लोगों ने discuss किया था, that factors, if you are having disease, certainly the amount of air inhaled will be lesser than in the normal case. When normalcy resumes, one can breathe normally. So this type of factors is affecting the rate of respiration. Tidal volume, the volume exhaled out. ठीक है? One is residual volume, very important. Residual volume is what? That after complete exhalation, हम लोग exhale out क्या करते हैं? Carbon dioxide. So even after complete exhalation, some amount of air may be left inside the lungs. जैसे bucket में पानी ले लो और just pour it down. फिर थोड़ी देर के बाद देखोगे, if you just reverse the basket, you will be seeing that even some drops is left and it will come out. तो क्या है? Whatever the drop is left, that is the residual amount of water. तो यहाँ भी समझ लो कि वैसी ही स्थिति हो जाती है. Even after complete exhalation, some amount of air still left inside the lungs. Pleural membrane के inner part में some amount of air is still left. That is the residual volume of air. Is that all clear to you? I think respiration chapter we have revised completely. So I am asking again, any doubt who are attending the class? Any doubt you have? No.
No, ma'am.
Okay, very nice. If no doubt, then very nice. So should I come to the nutrition? Because we are coming रिवर्स डायरेक्शन. ठीक है. So should I start the nutrition? First of all, just see. Write down your copy. Nutrition. Nutrition is what? How you will define nutrition? In a very simpler form, I must have told in the class, if you recall, and you might have written, I think, taking food and getting energy. बहुत simplified way में define कर सकते हो. ठीक है. Means digestion, it is all concerned with digestion, or digestion happens before nutrition, otherwise nutrition cannot be there. ठीक है. So taking food and getting energy, this is the way of getting nutrition to your body system. ठीक है. So first see what is digestion. I think right from very junior class you might be learning what is digestion. Food is known as organic complex compound. ठीक है. So when you take food, it is chewed properly, mixed up with the saliva and coming down through esophagus up to stomach, then to intestine. After complete, total or full digestion, full absorption of food, the left amount will be adjusted out. In very short, this will be the digestion, है ना? But if you see to some extent in detail what happened, because digestion is only possible with the help of digestive gland. ठीक है. So nutrition is fulfilled following the following steps. तो steps involved, याद है? Steps involved नहीं तो फिर से एक बार लिख लो. Steps involved. First, that is, what is the first step? It is ingestion. First is ingestion. Second, mastication. Then third, digestion. Then absorption. Then egestion. है ना? These are the following steps. So ingestion is what? Taking food from outside. And what digestive organ is involved here? Oral cavity, mouth. ठीक है. You take food in a complex manner. ठीक है. When you take food in oral cavity, that is mouth, you have set of teeth that masticate, chew the food. तो this is the mastication. समझ में आ रही मेरी बात? Am I all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Then after mastication what happens? तुमने chew किया, ठीक है, और यहाँ पे 3 pairs of salivary gland है, ठीक है, that secretes saliva. Actually, not that कि only when you are chewing the food, saliva comes out. Actually, it has been observed कि when you think about food, और फूड के बारे में क्या थिंक करोगे कि फूड हम लेंगे, मीन्स यू हैव द डिज़ायर. सो just have the concept of taking food, this saliva started building up. And when you chew the food, it comes out. So, this is the display of all glands. तुमने डिजायर किया, इमीडिएटली ग्लैंड ने आंसर दिया इन फॉर्म ऑफ व्हाट? इट एक्टिवेटेड द सलाइवरी ग्लैंड फॉर सिक्रीशन ऑफ सलाइवा. सलाइवा है क्या? डाइजेस्टिव जूस है. और कभी भी कोई भी डाइजेस्टिव जूस, इट इज हैविंग द एंजाइम. एंजाइम हमने बताया था ना, इट ओनली एक्ट्स ऑन इट्स ओन सबस्ट्रेट. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई पर्टिकुलर एंजाइम किसी और भी सबस्ट्रेट को ब्रेक डाउन करेगा. नो, इट विल ओनली सर्च आउट इट्स ओन सबस्ट्रेट एंड ब्रेकिंग इट. एक्ट्स अपॉन मतलब it will break the solid part into simpler part, so that, और इतना simpler part में कि so that it may be absorbed properly by the third part of small intestine, ileum. ठीक है? So this is the digestion. Am I all clear? तो जैसे तुमने फूड च्यू किया, immediately secretion of saliva by the salivary gland, which contains which enzyme? Tell me. Anyone? I am
मैम
asking.
salivary amylase.
Very nice, very good. ठीक है? That salivary amylase, इसका pH क्या होता है? Do you know? Alkaline. ठीक है, 6.2 और 6.7. ठीक है, वेरीज. तो अब यहाँ फूड का नेचर क्या हो गया? अल्कलाइन. ठीक है, बिकॉज सलाइवरी अमाइलेज इज देयर. उसको टाइलिंग भी कहते हैं, PTYLIN. P इज साइलेंट हियर. तो chewed food mixes with saliva is known as what? One term I have told. Tell me quickly. What is the name? लिख लो. Bolus. Bolus is what? That chewed food mixes with saliva. So what happens now? Chewed food mixes with saliva. It just passes through the esophagus, food pipe, or mind it, there is no digestion at all in esophagus. It only conducts the food. ये सिर्फ conduct करता है. No digestion taking place. Then it comes to where? Bag-like structure, that is stomach. ठीक है? And food stay 3 to 4 hours here. अब पूछोगे क्या होता है यहाँ? Why 3 to 4 hours is taken in the stomach? तो यहाँ ब्रेकिंग होता है. ब्रेकिंग ऑफ व्हाट? क्योंकि इनसाइड स्टमक बहुत सारे नंबर्स ग्लैंड प्रेजेंट होते हैं. विच ग्लैंड? टेल मी. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट ग्लैंड? गैस्ट्रिक ग्लैंड. ठीक है? एंड दैट, ये जो ग्लैंड है, देखोगे इंडिविजुअली इट इज हैविंग 3 लेयर्स. ऑक्जेंटिक, पैराइटल, जिसको ऑक्जेंटिक को पैराइटल भी कहते हैं, ज़ाइमोसिन एंड म्यूसिन. ये 3 लेयर्स इस पे प्रेजेंट होते हैं गैस्ट्रिक ग्लैंड. एंड ऑल द 3 लेयर्स हैविंग डिफरेंट सिक्रीशंस. ठीक है? एक ने क्या किया? सिक्रीट प्रोपेप्सिन. इनएक्टिवेटेड एंजाइम है. प्रो इज द कोफैक्टर, इनएक्टिवेटेड एंजाइम है. एंड नेक्स्ट secreting HCl, concentrated HCl, mind it. And mucin secretes mucus. और ये तीनों बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है और इनका बहुत बड़ा रोल है फॉर डिग्रेडेशन ऑफ फूड. जैसे प्रोपेप्सिन, it is inactivated, it has to be activate. तो how it will be activated? With the mixing of HCl. ठीक है, it will become active with the addition of HCl. तो जैसे यहाँ देख लो, you just note it down the physiology or mechanism. This is propepsin, ठीक है, and this is what? Inactivated enzyme IE, and it will be along with HCl, it is made what? Pepsin, ठीक है. This pepsin now it is active, so it will only act on protein, ठीक है, it will only act on protein constituent of the food. और हमने कितनी बार कहा है कि मेटाबॉलिज्म ऑफ प्रोटीन इज क्वाइट लेट, ठीक है. तो दिस प्रोटीन, अब यहाँ पे एंजाइम का काम क्या होता है? हैमरिंग, इट हैमर्स द कंस्टिट्यूएंट ऑफ फूड. तो दिस पेप्सिन will only act on protein part of the food, and it will first break into two parts. And what is that? First is peptones and second is proteoses. Second is proteoses, ठीक है. These two constituent two parts of protein. Just imagine first degradation. कभी कभी it may be a question of MCQ कि which, where the first degradation of protein, what you will write? It is the stomach. Stomach में first degradation होता है, first breaking होता है protein का. In what constituent? Peptones and proteoses. Am I clear? Now, after this degradation, this constituent will, और यहाँ पे और दूसरा क्या होता है? HCl का यूटिलाइजेशन तुमने देखा. It makes the propepsin activated, और HCl जब एक्सेस सिक्रेशन में होता है, सपोज वन इज हैबिचुअल फॉर लिविंग फास्ट फॉर ए लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, बहुत देर तक फास्ट रहने की आदत होती है, नॉट फॉर 1 day 2 day और 1 week. इफ यू आर इन हैबिट, तो क्या होता है? बिकॉज दिस HCl विल बी सिक्रेटेड एंड इट स्टार्ट, चूंकि इसके पास कुछ है नहीं करने को, तो क्या करेगा? डिस्ट्रक्शन ही करेगा ना. तो इट विल स्टार्टेड कोरोडिंग द वॉल. HCl है, कौन का HCl है, तो इट विल शो इट्स नेचर. तो इट स्टार्टेड कोरोडिंग द इनर लेयर ऑफ द स्टमक, और वो क्या करता है? कोरोजन करते करते ऊंड कर देता है, ठीक है, जिसको कहते हैं पेप्टिक अल्सर. अल्सरेटिक प्रॉब्लम इज क्रिएटेड, ठीक है. इसलिए इट इज ऑल्सो एडवाइज बाय द डॉक्टर्स, नेवर लीव फास्ट, नेवर कीप योर स्टमक फास्ट more than 2 or 3 hours, ठीक है. So this is the main thing regarding that. And other thing, mucus, it is secreted by the mucin layer, third layer जो है gastric gland का. तो this mucus does what? सबसे पहला काम तो है, it makes the surface slippery for proper biochemical activity, for proper breakdown, biochemical breakdown or reactions there. दूसरा है कि इट ऑल्सो very protective in nature. Why? Kills the antigens. ठीक है? So this all important functions are decided and done here. And for all these processes, all these biochemical activities, it takes certainly time. So food stayed in stomach 3 to 4 hours at least. ठीक है? Then it goes to where? The first part of small intestine, that is duodenum, जिसको opening end कहते हैं. क्यों? Because it is the place that two ducts is coming. Two ducts क्या है? एक है pancreatic coming from pancreas, other coming from liver, that is common bile duct. So these two ducts are doing what? Taking secretion. ये exocrine gland है, मान लो. ठीक है? I have told earlier that exocrine, they are having ducts. So what is the function? Carrying digestive juices, having digestive enzyme. तो ये दोनों डक्ट अपने साथ क्या कैरी करेगा? Pancreatic juices carrying number of enzymes. Like what type of enzyme? Amylase, lipase, ठीक है, कार्बोक्सीपेप्टाइडेज, एमिनोपेप्टाइडेज, बहुत सारे एंजाइम्स को ये अपने साथ कैरी करता है. कॉमन बाइल डक्ट, बाइल जूसेस, जहाँ फैट हाइड्रोलाइजिंग एंजाइम है which degrade the fat in glycerol and fatty acid 3:1 ratio में. So these all things are happen in duodenum. Next part, that is jejunum. तो इन दोनों पार्ट में क्या होता है? rigorous biochemical activities, means various enzymes are there. They start searching their own substrate and working over there, degrading. ठीक है? So this happens in duodenum and jejunum. Then the food goes to the last part, that is ileum. इलियम को हमने क्लास में भी सेक्शन बनाया था, दिस टाइप ऑफ सेक्शन, और ये माइक्रोविलाई है. व्हेन फूड पासेस थ्रू दैट एरिया, वाइब्रेशन इज कॉज्ड. और यहाँ लेक्टिसल्स है, ये ब्लड वेसल्स है, कैपिलरीज. तो ये क्या होता है? यहाँ पे विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस माइक्रोविलाई, मैक्सिमम एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ फूड हैपेंस हियर. और यहाँ पे इनसाइड इंटेस्टाइन में ग्लैंड्स होते हैं, दैट इज इंटेस्टिनल ग्लैंड, which secretes intestinal juices having number of enzymes again, and that enzyme is finally degrading the food. चूँकि फूड का लास्ट डिग्रेडेशन इलियम, जो कि लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन है, वहाँ होता है. ठीक है? तो अब तुमने देखा प्रोटीन का फर्स्ट डिग्रेडेशन स्टमक में हुआ with the help of enzyme pepsin. Second, duodenum में, that is through the enzyme trypsin, chymotrypsin. इलियम में कार्बोक्सीपेप्टाइडेज, एमिनोपेप्टाइडेज. 3 स्टेप्स में तुमने देखा कि प्रोटीन का डिग्रेडेशन हुआ. ठीक है? वैसे लाइपेज ने फैट को डिग्रेड किया, न्यूक्लियस ने न्यूक्लिक एसिड. फाइनली तो व्हाट हैपन इन इलियम? तो फूड हमने लिया था ऑर्गेनिक कॉम्प्लेक्स कंपाउंड के फॉर्म में. नाउ इट हैज टर्न इन इट्स सिंपलर फॉर्म, यूनिट फॉर्म कहेंगे इसको, यूनिट फॉर्म ऑफ द न्यूट्रिएंट और फूड कंस्टिट्यूएंट. ठीक है? देन द रेस्ट पार्ट, यहाँ मैक्सिमम एब्जॉर्प्शन हुआ. द लेफ्ट पार्ट ऑफ द फूड, और along with some amount of water, rushes to first part of large intestine, जिसको कहते हैं कोलोन. और वहाँ पे क्या होता है, मैक्सिमम amount of water is absorbed, then it rushes to rectum, last part of digestive tract. ठीक है, तो when the undigested food comes to the rectum, inside rectum, that is presence of sphincter muscles. With the contraction and relaxation, the undigested food, feces जिसको कहते हैं undigested part of the food, that is feces, that it goes outside through anal opening. ठीक है, so this is all about the physiology of digestion, and you will try to write by your own with all this simplicity. You make the list, you make the steps involved, then write the mechanism. Is that clear? And
Yes, ma'am.
we will be meeting in the next class. Till then, you will write, finally you will write yourself. And if any confusion, then raise your hand and ask in the class. ठीक है? Okay. We will meet in the next class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.